Children of I want to talk to your manager parents, what has been your most embarrassing experience? We traveled a lot when we were younger and would skip lines at the airport since we were kids. But now we were all in our early teens and my mom faked having a heart condition to skip the long line to get on the airplane. Flight attendant would have none of it and told us to go back to the end of the line. I still remember the smiles and looks of everyone there. The number of cashiers my father demanded the manager fire because they were too slow, rang us up wrong, etc., including one they actually did. I'll never forget that girl taking her Home Depot apron off and walking away sobbing. To his credit, I guess? My dad seemed surprised that it actually worked, must have felt at least some level of guilt and never did it again. Right, so my mom and me went shopping, and she dropped a melon on the way out. She then claimed it was bruised and demanded a full refund. When she refused, she shouted at customer service and demanded the manager. I just sat there with a kill me now expression on my face. After, one of the customer service employees gave me a chocolate bar, so 7 Yomi was happy. I can't even imagine. My mom was the kind of mom that would look at our receipt, realize they didn't charge us for the buns and go back to customer service to have them ring it up. My mother did this in restaurants non-stop growing up. She would demand to see the manager because my burger, which I asked for medium, had some pink in it. I might be late, but my dad once asked the guy at the Verizon wireless store to give him his own social security number because he asked for my dad's. My dad walked out afterwards with some stranger's SS number on a post-it. I was a silent bystander because I really wanted my first phone. I was with my parents on vacation and the hotel put charges on the bill by accident. My mom marched to the front desk and demanded to see the manager. There was a long line, but she cut right in front of it. The manager wasn't very helpful, probably because she was rude. So my mom went to all the other customers in line and told them that the hotel was a scam and they were ripping us off with fake charges. She made a scene. The hotel called the police and we were escorted off the premises by actual cops. I died inside. My father consistently returns food to grocery stores when he is unsatisfied with the quality. The worst is when he returns the 2-pound bricks of cheddar cheese because they went moldy before they should have. My mom demanded to see a cafe's hygiene certificate when she saw an employee go from cutting cake in the kitchen to handling money at the till, even though the real problem is going the other way. Scene: any fast food drive-thru. Worker: ma'am, can you please drive forward a little bit while your food finishes up? Mom: no. Folds arms. I wasn't there for this, thank God, but my mom once had a lengthy email argument of complaints to a hotel's restaurant because their smothered chicken wasn't smothered enough. One such email included the dictionary definition of smothered. My mom came to my school because she thought I was lying about what I got on my SATs. She didn't think I was that smart. No one in my school would give her that information because they didn't have to. She got to my principal and said, I want to speak to your manager in front of me. He refused and they argued for a while. The principal knew I was an okay guy and the score I told my mother was legit. It was really embarrassing though. My mom once called Domino's regional corporate office or some because a pizza I ordered for her, that I paid for, was too expensive. She did get 4 free pizza vouchers out of it, but I'm so glad I was not around for the embarrassment of it all. I ordered it online from my job in the next state. Why? Because she wanted pizza, smiley face. When I was in high school I worked at McDonald's. One year I skipped sports day and decided to work instead, because money. I was working in the kitchen when one of the cafe staff came out saying some crazy lady wanted to speak to the manager. I had to witness none other than my own mother call my manager a bee-faced twat and go off about the cafe staff. I had to hide in the dry stock until she left. Probably the time my mom threw a plate of spaghetti at a waitress because you didn't know if it had dairy in it or not. Apparently that was good reason therapy at spaghetti at someone. Growing up Mormon, my mom would proclaim, "We don't drink coffee," in a condescending manner when offered at a restaurant. My thought was always, why can't you just say, no thank you? My first job was at a Panera when I was in high school. I usually worked nights after school, but I was working one morning and my mom comes in for a coffee. Suddenly everyone runs and hides in back of house. Apparently she was awful to deal with and it got to the point where they had a system where the last one in front had to take her order. My mom was told not to rummage through the bins at Goodwill and she yelled at the cashier telling her she'll take her business elsewhere. I felt so embarrassed that I wandered away like I wasn't her child.